Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a Creators Update highlight. In the new features of the Creators Update, we're going to take a look at the virus and threat protection. So, of course, in Creators Update, there's a new interface for Windows Defender. Windows Defender, it's an okay antivirus, and I mean, if you're careful with what you do, that's much more important than the antivirus you're using. I always thought the interface for Windows Defender was kind of too simple and not very well, explained, if you want. And now there's a new security center. So if you go, and by the way, there's a little glitch. If you double click, it doesn't work for most people. It's normal. You right click on the Windows Defender icon in the bottom right, and you click Open, and you are sent to this new Windows Defender Security Center. So that, for me, puts this antivirus in a new, higher class, if you want, because the interface is a little better. Now, I don't like that interface totally, but it's better than it was before. Virus and threat protection we're looking today. So, in that Windows Security Center, the virus and threat protection is where you can see if you were infected, if you are infected, if it's scanned, you can do a quick scan. So here's the thing. You have scan history right here where you can see the current threats. So if your computer has a malware right now that it can't remove or you're stuck with it, it's going to tell you there's something right now. There's the quarantine items. These the quarantine threats are the ones that it found, it put in quarantine or kind of a little jail and keeps it there because until you want to, if you want, remove it. And finally, the allowed threats. Why would you want to allow threats? There could be a case where there's false positive for something that is not a virus, but it thinks it is. Well, you can say, okay, I just want to make sure that you don't do anything on that, and don't, put viruses in allowed threats because you're putting yourself at risk even more if you do that. Then you've got also the the files that were scanned on your PC. So here, 40,930 in my case. The threats found in there, 0. And if you want, you can click and do a quick scan to see if everything is all right. There's also advanced scan where you can do a full scan. This is much longer, but if you might have a little virus hidden somewhere, this might actually find it if the quick scan does not. Custom scan, you can actually choose the files and the location you want to scan specifically. And finally, Windows Defender Offline Scan. This is a scan that's done before Windows starts. Basically, if you do an offline scan, it means your computer is going to restart, and the first thing it's going to do is scan for viruses before we continue into booting Windows. In some cases, this might be the way to remove a virus, for example, or it might be possible sometimes to detect a virus that was not detectable while Windows was actually working. Files, so you've got the virus and threat protection settings. These are the types of protection you got. So you got real-time protection. That's what's your antivirus doing right now as you're doing anything. For example, I'm clicking here, I'm doing stuff. There's a protection there. It's scanning and checking out everything I do just in case. You've got the cloud-based protection, which provides increase in faster protection when you access all sorts of cloud-based stuff, including OneDrive. Automatic sample submission. That's if you got something that it's not sure, for example, that it might be a virus. What it does, if this is turned on, is send a copy of that file to Microsoft. And it, of course, will they kind of will check it out to make sure that that's not a virus before, and you might actually, with this on, you might actually help Microsoft find a new virus that they didn't know before and add it to the antivirus, protection. Finally, exclusions, things that you don't want the antivirus to scan. So maybe you have a folder that you say, oh, in here, don't scan that. I don't want you to, scan this. And notifications, of course, Windows Defender antivirus that will send notification of the critical stuff on your Action Center and so on. Also, you have in this virus threat protection updates you can check out if you've been updated. For example, here it tells me that I have the latest update for Saturday, April 8th. We are April the 8th, as you see here. So I've got the latest update for the thread definition, and you can click check for updates if you wish to update it from here. This is also something interesting. There were definition updates and things that you could do with the Windows Update. There's the check for updates right there if you want to update Windows Defender's protection itself. So the definitions of protection. So virus and threat protection is the first tab that you encounter when you go to this new Windows Defender Security Center. We'll take a look at the other ones in my Creators Update highlight so that you know exactly what protection and where all of this, what it means in the most basic down-to-earth way that I can, if possible. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. And thank you so much for following us on this channel.